Hello guys, welcome back to my new video where I will tell you how you can get 2 trillion gems each 24 hours. So the first thing you're gonna do is to go to a low level area, and because you need to get as many oranges as you can, because you need to get this diamond multiplier which will affect your diamonds significant. As you see here, I got the fruit mastery in level 99, which gives me 30% more multipliers. Right now this is around 3 times diamonds, and if you don't have it, it's 2.5 diamonds. So if you can get the mastery up to max, it will help also a lot. So the thing you're gonna do is you're gonna move your camera down here, then you're gonna have an auto collector. I will set it to 15 seconds because you can set it more down or else you will get kicked from the game, because they will try to remove this auto grinding thing in PSX. Then you're just gonna turn on your auto clicker on whatever hotkey you have, and you're just gonna hold one of your side arrows down, and then we'll just spin around and you will get a fruit. After my experience, it will take around 1.5 hours to get 200 fruits, which is the maximum. And you see here, right now I have 80 oranges, which give me 2.95 diamonds. And for example here, where I got 8 more, I only got 0.01 more damage. So if you just get around 80 and up to 200, you'll get around the 3 times diamonds. But if you get lower, it will drop significant. So it's not full AFK this method, but it is almost AFK. You only need to be with your computer for a very short time, maybe 6 hours, which I'll tell later why you need around 6 hours. So when you get these 200 oranges, you will go into the diamond mine, because it is where we're gonna grind the diamonds. The daycare and other types of grinding is not near as good as this. So the thing is that you need to have a team. You either want to have a team of futures with super teamwork and maybe a future tanks if you have, but if you don't have, it is also very good, because they aren't even the best one after my experience. Because you really want to have some strong pets so you can break the vegetables, because they have a lot of HP, but you want to look after these with royalty. And also if you have some with strength 4, 5 teamwork, super teamwork, but mostly royalty, because they both give plus 100% damage and 100% more of diamonds, which will help your diamonds a lot. So when you have a full team of around 24, just some real quick. Also Titanics will help, so put all of them you have. Then you're gonna do the same as before. You're gonna move your camera down here if you can, for all the breakables. Then you need to go, if you all can stand in the perfect spot, so you also can get this big chest when it drops every 10 minutes. So the thing is, you're gonna go down here as before, set your mouse here just above the white thing here in the middle, so you can get all the breakables. Then you're gonna start your auto clicker and just spin around, and I have around the 3 times diamonds, and you see that I get so many diamonds. But if it's fine if you don't have 23 huges slash Titanics, because this method with royalty pets and all of them almost have super teamwork or strength 3 gives a lot of diamonds. And I will show here with 1 minute of only huges, and after I'll show pets with my 2 Titanics, and then 21 with royalty and teamwork slash super teamwork and some high end strength or chest breakers. So in the beginning we see here when we start that the one with royalty pets is a lot slower than the one with super teamwork. We almost got double the amount of diamonds on the second one. If we look closer, we'll see that the futures with super teamwork will continuously begin to rise and will be a bigger amount. But if we just take some time, you will see that the one with the royalty pets will increase and that's because since I have a pet with 134Q power, then the futures with Super Teamwork get a lot of damage, which means they will clear the area much faster than the pets with royalty, where the average of them I have around 54Q pet in damage. So as you also seen here, that now the pets with Super Teamwork and Super Tanks actually stops, and continuously on a new one where they run with the royalty pets, they still keep growing, and you also see that the royalty pets of 1.37 billion gems, and on the other one we get around the 1.2 billion. So you see that the Super Teamwork ones give a lot in the start, but will also break the breakables a lot faster, and if you just make the other one where your royalty pets, they will keep on coming before you can break them, because the problem with the Super Teamwork hugers is that you break all the breakables and there is some time where you don't even get any gems, and the amount of gems actually will restart because you have gotten gems in some time. So we clearly see that royalty is the way to go in this one. So let's hop over to the calculator and see how many you can get in a day, in an hour, and how much you can get for each update if you grind non-stop. So I just ran a quick test where over 4 hours with my team with 21 Super Teamwork Hugers and 2 Titanics, and we see here I got around 100 billion gems over the 4 hours. So 24, how many hours there is in a 1 day, divided by the 4 hours I grinded, it is 6. So times that, the 100 billion gems I gained in the 4 hours is 600 billion gems. So you also need to keep that in mind when I do my next calculations, which is higher than this, but if you do some of the long tests, you will see with the hugest, because since they are so powerful, because my best pet is 134Q and the other pets is 54Q, you see that this team is a lot stronger, so they break all the things a lot faster. Then it takes some time for them to respawn, which is kind of fair. They made that so it is still broken, but not as broken as you can get in Titanic each hour. But the thing is that the other team will make a lot more gems also over time, not just in the beginning. So now we're on the calculator. So firstly we're gonna do it with the royalty pets and the 2 Titanics, where in 1 minute we get around 1,036 million. So if you type that into the calculator, then we times it by 60, because that's how many minutes there is in an hour. So you see that in an hour we get 81 billion gems, and we time that by 24, which is how many hours there is in a day. We see that each day we can get 1.985 trillion gems in just 24 hours. And since there is 14 days between every update, we can times that by 14, and we get 27.470 trillion gems. That's a lot of Titanics. If we just take around that one Titanic can be sold for 5 trillion, if you see the top sales in the new market update in the Dragon Class, you'll see them sell for around 5 trillion. Then in every update you can get around 5 Titanics where we grind non-stop. Also gonna do the math on the hugers, where we get around 1.28 billion gems every hour. We see that if we time it again by 60, we get 76.8 billion gems every hour, and times it by 14, we see that then you get 1.8343 trillion gems each day, and multiply it by 14, we see that we get 25.804 trillion gems, which also is around the 5 Titanics each update. So with this update you can get around 2 trillion gems each day and 25 trillion gems each update, which is between every 14 days if you grind non-stop, which is 5 Titanics in general in each update. But things you need to keep in mind when you grind It takes around 1.5 hour to grind fruits, and when you're on the mine, you can grind AFK for around 80 hours because the oranges is a big factor in this grinding method, because you can get around 3 times the gems, and for the oranges to be 200 down to around 80 where the percentage is dropping a lot, it takes around 8 hours, and then you need to farm the fruits again. But the 1.5 hour is from 0 oranges to 200 oranges. So from 80 to around 200 it will take around 50 minutes. But if you want to grind diamonds and get a lot of futures and titanics each update, this is the best method that is anywhere, and you can't find anything like this in any other video. So remember to smash the like button, hit the subscribe, turn on all notifications, and I will keep you updated on if there will be any new and better gems farming method. But until then, I'll see you in the next one.